This is the ZOUPW 450W portable solar panel, a foldable, high-voltage N-type array that targets bigger power stations and serious off-grid use. Quick note before we go further. I haven't personally used this exact unit. I built this video from verified field reports, long-term user feedback, and the official spec sheet. And I'm going to translate that into plain language takeaways so you know what to expect. Key features that stand out to me are the N-type monocrystalline cells rated at 25% efficiency, the 16 busbar layout, and the IP68 build with an ETFE surface over a fiberglass structure. If you're new to solar, N-type cells are doped differently than older P-type cells. And that matters because N-type avoids a common issue called LID, light-induced degradation, so you don't lose performance as quickly over time. The 16 busbar design means there are more metal pathways collecting current on each cell. More pathways usually equals lower electrical resistance and better durability if tiny micro cracks happen. ETFE is the grippy, slightly textured face layer you'll see on premium portable panels. It handles UV better than cheaper PET plastic and scatters light a bit, which can help when the sun angle isn't perfect. From my experience setting up large portable panels, the size and voltage tell you a lot about who this is for. Unfolded, it's roughly 121.85 inches wide by 34.57 inches tall and less than an inch thick, and it weighs about 29.5 pounds. Folded, it's around 30.43 by 34.56 inches and about 3.54 inches thick. That's big, and it's meant for vehicle-based camping, base camps, or backyard emergency setups, not backpacking. It's IP68, which means dustproof and designed to handle heavy rain on the panel surface. You still want to keep the connectors off the ground and out of puddles. The frame and hinges have been a talking point. Early batches reportedly had brittle kickstand brackets. Later versions moved to stronger hardware, and users say those updates hold up better. The kickstands adjust to about 45 degrees, which is a useful middle ground, but in deep winter or high latitudes, you may want blocks or a support to steepen the tilt. On the electrical side, this panel is tuned for high-capacity power stations with a 40 to 60 V solar input. The listed open-circuit voltage, VOC, is 45.9 volt and the working output voltage is about 38.3 volt. That's important because solar generators use an MPPT controller that needs the panel's voltage to be high enough for smart tracking, but still within the device's max input. In plain terms, this is built for units like EcoFlow Delta series, Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 and 2000 Plus, Anker C1000, and the Bluetti models with higher voltage inputs, such as Elite 100. It's not meant for low voltage inputs under 30 volt, which includes older or smaller boxes like Jackery 1500, 300, and Bluetti EB70S. Always check your MPPT window on the power station to avoid tripping a protection circuit. Performance claims across multiple user tests look strong. I've seen repeated reports of 430 to 450 watts under good sun, which lines up with the 450W rating. During optimal midday conditions, hitting the mid-440s seems common, and brief cloud edge spikes higher than the rating do happen. In softer light, winter sun, hazy afternoons, people still report impressive numbers relative to most portable panels, which fits the N-type story and the 16 busbar design. Shade performance also looks better than average. That's not to say shade is good. Partial shading always reduces power, but the integrated bypass diodes let current flow around a shaded section so the entire array doesn't tank. If a tree branch hits one section, the rest keeps working. That design also helps reduce hot spot stress that can damage cells over time. Build and handling details matter on gear like this. The surface is ETFE, so you get UV resistance and a light texture that helps with diffuse light. The structure uses fiberglass to keep weight down without feeling flimsy, and the bag is padded and has space for cables so the connectors don't scratch the surface. Magnetic closures and integrated handles make setup faster. I've seen people deploy in under a minute once they get the routine down. On connectors, ZOUPW includes a 4-in-1 cable with XT60, Anderson, DC7909, and DC8020. That covers most higher voltage power stations without extra dongles. The extension cable is a thicker 12 AWG run, which helps reduce voltage drop at 11 to 12 amps. Lower gauge means thicker wire, less resistance, less wasted power between the panel and your battery. The biggest real-world headache is wind. Any big foldable array acts like a sail. Reports show this can tip at 10 to 15 miles per hour gusts if it isn't secured. The included ground stakes are more like placeholders in loose soil. If you camp on gravel, sand, or soft dirt, bring better tent stakes or weigh down the kickstand bar with sandbags or rocks. Once secured, people say the frame flexes a touch under gusts but doesn't deform. There are a few operational notes I think beginners will appreciate. Keep the panel face clean. Even thin dust or a few leaves can reduce output or create hotspots. Don't mix panels of different ages or ratings in series or parallel, unless you're confident about matching and controller limits. Mismatches can cause underperformance or stress the system. Avoid long-term fixed installs with foldable panels like this. They're built for portable duty cycles. And never touch active connectors or the panel back while it's producing. Sunlight equals live voltage. It's perfect for RV boondocking, overlanding, and home backup where you want a fast deploy 400 watt plus array without roof mounting. With 450 watts available, topping up a 2 kilowatt hour battery in a single sunny afternoon is realistic, especially if your power station accepts higher voltage solar and has an efficient MPPT. From my experience managing larger portable setups, the higher voltage is a big win for cable runs and controller performance, and the N-type cells hold output better when the panel heats up under summer sun. In my opinion, the combination of N-type efficiency, the 16 bus bar layout, and an IP68 ETFE build puts this squarely in the premium portable category. The early hinge complaints were valid, but the revised hardware and community-shared fixes, plus the brand's willingness to supply better brackets, give me more confidence today. I've also seen credible comparisons against popular 400-watt suitcases, where the ZOUPW pulls an extra 100 to 120 watts in the same light. That tracks with the efficiency difference and the bus bar density. I'd recommend this for people who own higher voltage power stations and want maximum wattage in a single portable kit. If you're running something small under 30V input, or you want something you can hike with, this isn't the right fit. The 29.5 pound weight and the 3 meter width make it a vehicle or yard solution, not a trail companion. If you live where winter sun sits low on the horizon, plan on propping the kickstands to steepen the angle. And if your campsites get breezy, plan on better stakes or weights. In conclusion, the ZOUPW 450-watt portable solar panel reads like a serious tool built around current-gen cell tech. Strong real-world wattage, smart shading behavior, a well-chosen material stack, and a genuinely useful connector kit make it easy to integrate with modern power stations. Treat the kickstands kindly, secure it against wind, and keep the face clean, and you're set up for reliable portable power. If you want high output without bolting panels to a roof, this is a compelling way to do it. To learn more about the ZOUPW 450-watt portable solar panel, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.